The Holy Cross of Davao College is pleased to announce its academic offering. Crossing over to college or graduate school, the HCDC Higher Education Department offers a variety of degrees and certificate programs under different academic units. In the School of Business and Management Education, there are 6 degree programs being offered: Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Business Economics, Financial Management, Human Resource Development and Management, and Marketing Management, Bachelor of Science in Customs Administration, and Bachelor of Science in Real Estate Management. In the School of Teacher Education, there are 5 degree programs being offered: Bachelor of Elementary Education, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, Filipino, Science, Values Education with Catechetics, Mathematics, and Social Studies, Bachelor of Physical Education, major in School Physical Education, Bachelor of Early Childhood Education, and Bachelor of Special Needs Education. In the College of Criminal Justice Education, there's 1 degree program being offered: Bachelor of Science in Criminology. In the College of Engineering and Technology, there are 4 degree programs being offered: Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, and Bachelor of Library and Information Science. In the College of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communication, there are 3 programs being offered: Bachelor of Arts, major in Economics, English, Filipino, History, Communication, and Political Science, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Bachelor of Science in Social Work. In the College of Maritime Education, there is 1 degree program being offered: Bachelor of Science in Marine Transportation. In the College of Hospitality and Tourism Management Education, there are 2 degree programs being offered: Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management and Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. The graduate school offers the following programs: Doctor of Philosophy, major in Educational Management, Doctor of Education, major in Educational Management, Master of Arts in Education, major in Early Childhood Education, Educational Management, English Language Teaching, Teaching Filipino, Guidance and Counseling, Teaching Physical Education, Special Education, Teaching General Sciences, Teaching Mathematics, and Teaching Social Studies, Master of Science in Economics, Master in Management. True to its social responsibility by providing affordable and quality Catholic education to all, especially the less fortunate, HCDC provides scholarship programs based on academic performance, proficiency, financial need, and other criteria. These scholarship programs are categorized into internal and external, the former pertaining to those solely funded by the school, like the Student Assistantship Scholarship Program, while the latter pertaining to those entirely funded by the external institutions, agencies, or private individuals.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Holy Cross of Davao College webinar series 2021. This is the day 2 of 4 days of our webinar series coming from the College of Engineering and Technology. All right, again, so kita-kits na punta karong adlaw. I can see some familiar accounts, phrases here. And salamat sa inyong pagtambong karong adlaw sa atong webinar series. Yes, good morning, Engineer Malaluan. Good morning, everyone. Sabi ni Engineer Malaluan. Good morning also, sir, and welcome to our webinar series. Exciting kaayo ang atong topic kagahapon, and as well as karong pong adlaw, mas exciting yun kay natay student speaker for today na magpahigayon o mag-share sa iyahang experiences kung sa ang natun-an niya sa College of Engineering and Technology. All right, so before we start, shall we proceed to our opening prayer? And of course, before that one, may we acknowledge the presence of our program head sa atong Engineering and Technology, College of Engineering and Technology, Mr. Reynanti Aliling, as well as to Engineer Malaluan. And kinsa pa ba ang naakaron? And Engineer Rusty John Kizo. Good morning sa inyong tulo, sir. Hello, good morning. I think dili makatubag kay naka-mute. So anyway, shall we start? It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to another Holy Cross of Davao College Webinar Series 2021 as we promote the different programs and its best practices of each field. To start, let us have a virtual atmosphere of respect and give a total reverence for our opening prayer.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty and ever-loving Father, our God of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we praise your unending presence in the evangelizing journey of Holy Cross of Davao College. We glorify your name for bringing into reality the mission and commitment of the school to be your voice, your hands and feet that enrich and guide every young person entrusted to our care. We honor your name for all the wonderful things you have made for us and through us.
Thank you, loving Father, for all your guidance. Thank you for empowering us to be a part of the evangelizing mission of the Church. Thank you for blessing us with gifted administrators, dedicated faculty members, personnel, and students. Thank you for the growth of our institution, the number of our graduates who help us spread your word, in the humble contributions we all have generously offered to our community through all these years.
We ask for your mercy for the times we fell short of our mission and the grace to rise from them and to stand again with even stronger zeal. Help us transform our failings into lessons and learnings so that, gifted with your grace and abiding presence, we may all arise and lead our institution to greater heights in service and in giving.
Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior on the cross, who today conquered death by your resurrection, we entrust to you our loving arms, the future of HCDC. Walk with us in our doubts and fears, and enlighten us as you did to your disciples at Emmaus, so that in all the challenges we face, we will see you walking along with us and enkindle the fire in our hearts to be ourselves the flame of hope for all we meet for years to come.
Among langit nun nga birheng inahan, o Santa Maria, nangamuyo kami sa imong inahanon nga paghigugma. Pinaagi sa imong panig-ingnan ug pag-amuma, sa imong anak nga si Jesus kami mahigugma.
Uban kanimo kami nangamuyo sa gugma sa amahan kami mapuno. Sa ngalan ni Jesus kami nangalyuko, o sa Espiritu Santo kami nagaampo. Amen.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I can see it now, crystal clear as day. My people will rise again. Someday, soon, somehow, somewhere down the way, my people will rise again. My people, we will rise again. We will learn to spread our wings and fly again, like an eagle to the distant dawn. We will rise again. No more howling winds, no more shallow lies. For tomorrow, we will rise again. No more shattered hopes, no more tattered lives. This time tomorrow, we will rise again. My people, we will rise again. We will learn to spread our wings and fly again, like an eagle to the distant dawn. From out the shackles of the past, we'll be flying free at last and rising with the morn. We will stand and we will rise again. Nothing, no one can take my dreams from me. I won't let them, I won't let them. No, I won't. For tomorrow, we will rise again. My people, we will rise again. We will learn to spread our wings and fly again, like an eagle to the distant dawn. From out the shadows of the past, we'll be flying fearless and rising with the morn. We will stand and we will rise again.
Once again, good morning, everyone. And to those who just joined in, again, good morning and welcome to our webinar series. Let me remind, yes, good morning. Hello? Yes, Sir Jeffoy would like to add something. All right, so for that, to join in, kindly change your name to your complete name. Kailangan complete name mga itong mga makita din sa atong participants for you to be recognized. And yes, from Sir Jeffy Baluran to everyone, good morning, Holy Cross of Davao. Good morning, everyone. Good morning also, Sir Jeffy, and welcome to another episode to our webinar series. All right. And for us to formally start this activity, may we recognize someone or anyone kananggikan sa laing school na senior high school graduates? If you are, kindly message us through our chat box for you to be acknowledged. All right. So for that, let me remind you, kung gusto mo na mag-attend sa atong webinar series and to invite everyone, especially to those senior high school graduates, please feel free to do so and you may get the HCDC goodies for free. Again, this is for free. So kindly refer 5 people, especially to those senior high school graduates, or you may refer some not to join Arise and Sing, and you may get the HCDC goodies. All right, so there you have it. Now for us to formally start this activity, may we call on the HCDC President, Brother Nuelvic H. Deloria SC, for his welcome remarks.
Welcome to the Holy Cross of Davao College. Welcome to the Holy Cross of Davao College webinar series. The COVID-19 pandemic could never stop us to know and learn more. In fact, it has challenged us to be creative and innovative in reaching out to learners like you. Education has become border-free. We thank you for your interest in this event and for giving us the opportunity to present to you a glimpse of what Holy Cross of Davao College can offer you. If by chance Holy Cross of Davao College would become your school of choice, we would be happy to provide you affordable and accessible quality Catholic education and help you become selfless servant leader. I think the different program heads, the Center for Social Communication, Alumni and Linkages, and all those who are part of this webinar series production. Arise, hail, Holy Cross.
Thank you so much, Brother Nuelvic H. Deloria SC, our HCDC President, for that very inspiring message. Again, Holy Cross of Davao College extensifies its webinar series to those senior high school students na gusto po na mag-enroll din so that we may also present to you the different programs and its best practices for you to know unsa gyud ang naa dinhi sa Holy Cross and kung unsang courses ang gusto niyo ma-enroll, and also to know what Holy Cross is. Natay webinar series. This is to promote different programs as well as kung unsa ang facilities ang naa sa Holy Cross and also unsa ang mga anaa per program and unsa ang courses na atong gi-offer. All right, again, may we call on everyone or anyone na gikan sa laing school na senior high school graduates, kindly message us through our chat box for you to be recognized. And together with us this morning, again from the College of Engineering and Technology na mga faculty members and our program head, may we welcome them. Hello, sir and ma'am. Good morning. Anaaba mo karon? May we call on Mr. Reynante Aliling. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Engineer Malaluan. And
Good morning po.
yes, good morning again, sir. And Engineer Rusty Kizo, I believe he's our full-time faculty member also from the CET program. Good morning,
Good
sa
morning,
kanilang
ma'am.
tanan,
Good morning,
sir.
ma'am.
Yes, good morning. And salamat kaayo sa
Morning, thank
pagtambong
you.
and pag-support ni aning webinar series. All right. So for before we start off anything, yes, kabalo ko na excited kaayo mo sa atong pa-premyo for today. Again, naano po tayo exciting games na ato ang ipadula or ipahigayon sa inyo today. So please feel free to join and participate. All right. So again, Arise and Sing, the search for the next Davao City's Rising Star Senior High School Edition. Audition is still ongoing. So if you can refer someone na adunay talent sa singing or kung kamo mismo na senior high school graduates and naamoy talent sa singing, please feel free to join and you may get a chance to win 10,000 pesos. Mao na ang atong grand prize for Arise and Sing. Again, webinar series is until July 10, 2021. Complete attendance for the webinar series may join the raffle. We will announce that one later on sa atong official Facebook page. Please like and subscribe to our official Facebook page, Holy Cross of Davao College. Refer attendees or friends for more webinar series. If you can refer 5 friends or more, you get the chance to have the HCDC Gratitude Kit. What's inside the HCDC Gratitude Kit? It consists of tote bag, tumbler, mouse pad, and notebook. And also, if you can refer someone, a senior high school graduate, na naay talent sa singing sa Arise and Sing, the search for the next Davao City's Rising Star Senior High School Edition, naabot mo'y madawat na HCDC Gratitude Kit. Again, webinar is free, guys. So please attend taani and refer someone, especially na katong gusto gid mag-enroll sa Holy Cross. Like for our early bird, naapod siya HCDC Gratitude Kit. We will announce that one later. Kinsang atong early bird yesterday. All right. And today. Okay, win amazing prizes from our games. For that, let me reiterate you the house rules before we proceed to our next activity. Turn off or switch your other gadgets to silent mode. Kindly turn off your microphones during the webinar session. And if you have any questions, kindly click the raise hand button or direct message in the chat box. You may raise your questions after every discussion, and we encourage everyone to be participative during workshops and games. Again, kabalo ko, excited kayo mo sa itong games ron, and very exciting po na nga itong games ron, kay dili siya kanang the usual na kanang atong ginadula like bring me and some other stuffs. Alright, so before we start, let's watch this video presentation from our representative from the College of Engineering and Technology during the Arise and Sing, the search for the next HCDC's Rising Star last April 8, 2021. She's also a runner-up during that competition, and she's a student here in Holy Cross of Davao College. Like what I've said, currently enrolling in the College of Engineering and Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Ms. Kiana Serela Biron. Thank you so much, Ms. Kiana Serena Giron, a representative from the College of Engineering and Technology during the Rise and Sing, the search for the next HCDC's Rising Star, and also a runner-up from that competition. All right, to those who just joined in, again, welcome. And please, ilisa na tong ato ang name sa atong full name for you to be recognized once called or kung madaog mo sa atong mga pag-games. All right. So, nga na atay webinar series. Again, this is to exemplify students' skills and acquired knowledge to produce relevant incoming students and to execute learning despite this pandemic. That is to prove that Holy Cross of Davao College do not allow the emergence of pandemic to hinder in our pursuit for excellence and extensive learning through webinar series. So, dili lang di siya for fun, but also naapod kay ma-learn ani from different programs kung unsa ang anaagyod per program. Alright, karon guys, excited na ba po sa atong pag-games? Everyone? Anyone? Magpa-games na ta. So are you excited? Ay, wala, may nanubag. Hi guys! Hello guys! So magpa-games ta karon. So are you excited for our games? Anyone can join ha. So okay, so let's start for our Kahoot game. I know you're not much familiar with this one. So easy lang gid kaayo ni siya guys. So there you have it. For you to join, kindly join at www.kahoot.it or with the Kahoot app. So kindly download it through your Google Store or Google Play. So we are still waiting for the players. So download Kahoot app now or join our Kahoot at www.kahoot.it. This is very exciting. So please feel free to join. Tanan ta pwede mag-join ani ha. So still waiting for the players. We have a prize po kung kinsa ang makadaog. Unsa ang prize? 50 pesos load. Am I right, Ma'am Crizzy? 50 pesos load? Yes, 50 pesos load according to our technical personnel and our marketing assistant, Miss Crizzy Daog. All right, so we are still waiting for the players. A game pin, it's 2408173. All right, now by mag-join, join na guys, please. So for the Kahoot app, join at www.kahoot.it or with the Kahoot app through your Google Play. Game pin is 2408173. As of now, wala pa tayo players. So anyone gusto mag-join sa atong Kahoot game and win 50 pesos cell phone load? May nakapil. guess wala pa'y gusto mag-appeal sa atong games karon. So let's postpone it later na lang para naapatay daghan-daghan pa-appeal sa atong pag-games. Alright, at this very juncture, may we present the College of Engineering and Technology for their webinar proper. And for that, please help me welcome our guest speaker for today. He is a third-year student from the College of Engineering and Technology, taking up computer engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, and he will be tackling also about automation using programming application. With that, ladies and gentlemen, again, please help me welcome our third-year student taking up CPE, Ulysses Gerald Sim Gotera. Sir Ulysses, are you there?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. We can hear you, sir. So please present to us today regarding today's topic about automation using programming application.
Okay. Clear ang voice, ma'am.
Yes, you are very clear, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Today, I will be your presenter regarding the automation using programming applications. Makitang slides?
Wala pa, sir.
Ay,
I-share
wala pa
lang
din
po.
ako na- Okay
There you
na?
have it, sir.
Makita?
Yes, makita na po.
Good morning, everyone. So, I am a student of Holy Cross, and I will be presenting automation using programming applications. It is actually just an overview to programming languages, and this presentation is designed to be for beginners, those who had very little or no knowledge regarding programming languages. So this is my full name, and luckily, I am a regular student in the computer engineering course of Holy Cross. And today I will be sharing my knowledge regarding automation and programming languages. So first, we will define automation. From the word auto, it is the here. It is the technique, method, or system of operating or controlling a process by highly automatic means, as by electronic devices, reducing human intervention to a minimum. So from that meaning, we can say that automation, if we think about it, usually we imagine robots, diba? From factories, those arms na automatic na maglagay ng bolts, mag-welding. But with this meaning, we can say that automation can be anything that are usually before used by manually done by humans. But right now, when we say automation, that manually done by humans can now be done by computers or robots. So it can be anything like a simple application or the calculator. The calculator is actually automizes the solving of basic arithmetic, and like just, di ba, if mag-enter ng 5 plus 5, usually manually ginakount natin. But because nag-eskwela po ta, so automatically 10. But if a kid does that, he calls it using his hands or mag-sticks, di ba? Manual operation. But if that kid uses a calculator, that manual operation becomes automated. So now, automation was first mentioned within the automation industry during 1946. The term was first recorded to have been used by D.S. Harder. So we have an image here. This is an old image, the Ford assembly line during 1946. Well, D.S. Harder is an engineering manager at Ford Motor Company. It has been na the Ford Motor Company was the first one to create a very huge assembly line, and they were able to produce so many cars with it. And along with that, as the assembly line, the cars were moving in a conveyor belt. Some processes in the making of the cars were already automated, where they use the aid of electronic devices. And so right now we will discuss how automation really started, since you just a brief history of automation. Since then, man has used tools to direct his physical abilities under the control of his intellect. Prehistoric man used stone tools, and eventually simple machines like wheel, levers, and pulleys were made. Well, if we think about it, the very basic components of an automated, let's say a robot, are just simple machines. Those arms, they are equipped with just levers and pulleys para mag-move, diba? So, since then, bale, from these stone tools, these wedges, and the wheels, man's capacity to invent things has evolved and evolved until he was able to make uh, simple automated objects. And, diba, if we think about it, usually man would make tools to survive. And from tools, then another thing he would need are clothes, diba? Using fabrics. And eventually, di ba ginatahi yan siya? So manually. But through time, man was able to make a loom. Eventually, man was able to make machines as complex as a loom. You can see it here. These are threads. And these threads are used to make a fabric. Uh, medyo compared sa those stone tools, a loom is really complex. And we can say that just by looking at the difference between those, na man's capacity to invent really has changed. And then by 1801, a French inventor, Jacquard, devised an automatic loom. So, dati kasi yung loom kay parang may manually lang, may parang ginapull sila na na thread, then eventually ma-form as cloth. Ang nagawa ng French inventor is automated na siya. Automated how? Using this punch cards. Depending on the pattern of the holes, the loom would make corresponding patterns on the cloth. You can see it here. You can see it here na there are holes. And bale, yung holes, di ba, it has a pattern. Yung holes, i-feed siya sa parang may needles. If makalusot yung needles, then it will create a certain mechanism, and through that it will create a pattern fabric. Can also be seen here. We have this yung punch cards. And now from looms, and diba, man was already able to make different kinds of cloth, different designs para sa kanyang outfit. Eventually, man has yet again encountered another dilemma na would need a highly automated machine, complex na automated machines. And it was by 1880s, the 1880s. The US population had grown so large that it took more than 7 years to tabulate the US consensus results. So ang problem dito is 7 years to tabulate. Just imagine, by 1880 na population, i-count nila. After 1887, tapos na nila mag-count. But then, by that, nag-increase na naman yan, di ba? Through that 7 years, nag-increase. So, probably by 1888, more than, more than 7 years, probably more than 10 years na yan para i-count. So, hindi na updated yung US consensus. So ang ginawa nila, in 1890, the tabulating machine was made. It helped process data for the 1890 US consensus. So gumawa na sila ng isang machine na i-automate yung counting na consensus. How does it work? Same lang doon sa sa loom, same concept. May punch cards. You can imagine it like lang sa mga exam, yung 'di ba i-shade. Instead na i-shade, they punch holes doon sa parang cards. Then they would feed that cards in this machine. So from 7 years, then it will be faster because feed mo lang, ilagay mo lang yung mga cards, then yung mga may gears dito, it will count automatically. And 'di ba, if imagine natin, wala pa tong walang electronics, walang board, walang processor, just mechanical objects. And by 1943 to 1944, the electronic numerical integrator and calculator, ENIAC, was made. Ito, finally, meron ng digital, parang electronic objects na ginagamit for automation. And it filled a 50-foot by 30-foot room. So, grabe ang laki. Compared sa natin ngayon, computers, ang liliit, ang laptops, or ang phone ninyo. Actually, yung phone ninyo, mas powerful pa yan kaysa dito. And ang amazing dito is, hindi na siya kailangan ng cards. Wala ng cards. Meron na siyang sariling programming, yung ENIAC. But why ba magawa sila ng ganito kalaking machine? It is because na realize nila na computers or automated machines are very essential for not just for an individual but for the whole community. And yun nga, ang consensus, nahirapan na sila. So, ang special sa ENIAC is it was the first programmable general-purpose electronic digital computer. So, when you say programmable, unlike doon sa loom or doon sa yung machine na nag-count na consensus, ang programmable is pwede mo siya i-change from time to time. Pwede mo i-program yung yung system. And how does it do that? How does it do that? Yung program niya parang ganito. If x is greater than 5, then go to line 23. So, hirap yan. May imagine sulat ko na lang. Imagine dito na. Imagine ito yung program sheet. Then may lines dyan, lines. Let's say, dito sa pinaka-last. Tapos, yung x, may certain value na x. So, dito nakalagay yan sa last. If x is greater than 5, let's say if x is 6, so greater than 5, ang program, pupunta yan siya sa line 23. So, let's say dito kay line 23. Pupunta yung program sa line 23. And yun ang i-execute niya. But, like complicated, imagine, no? Well, ito na line is, it resembles the assembly programming. Assembly na programming language. So we can say na yung first programmable general purpose electronic digital computer is using a program language that is similar to assembly. But ano ba yung assembly? Ano ba yung programming language? So may hierarchy yan ng ganito. It's here. Ito may assembly, di ba? Ito yung kanina. Then machine language and hardware. So ganito yan. Yung hardware, yan na yung mga ninyo. Yung processors, yung RAM, and yung hard disk. Let's say ganito. Ito ang RAM. Ito ang hard disk. Then may processor tayo. Central Processing Unit, CPU. Yung ang purpose ng RAM is to gamit siya ng CPU as a memory, and yung disk is for storage. Like if magbili tayo ng bagong computers or kahit sa phones, maka sila pila ang RAM na, magkano RAM yan. Then usually ngayon 4 gig, 8 gig ganyan. And yung disk is yun yung storage na 32 gig, 64 gig. How it works in a computer, hardware of a computer is the CPU, siya yung mag-process. Imagine the CPU as you, ikaw yung CPU. Then, kung may gagawin ka yung CPU, kunin mo yun sa storage, which is ang disk. Yung disk, yan yung niya, parang aparador. Kukuha ka ng gamit sa aparador, papel sa aparador, kunin mo yun sa disk. Then, asan mo ilalagay? Ilalagay mo yun sa table, di ba? Yung table mo, yun yung RAM. Tapos, di ba, may storage or capacity, yung disk. Yan yung kung gaano kalaki yung aparador mo. Tapos, yung RAM mo, gaano kalaki yung table mo. For example, may open ka na file, ilalapag mo sa table. Kung malaki yung file, malaki yung i-consume sa table, malaki. But if marami ka rin i-open na file, buksan mo, mga papel, consume mo yung buong table mo. Ang ngayon is, yung ikaw din, may factor din yung CPU, yung ikaw, paano ka mag-work. Ngayon, gina-measure siya as gigahertz kung gaano kabilis yung CPU. Kung mas mabilis yung CPU, meaning mas mabilis ka yung ikaw magtrabaho. But if mahina yung CPU, mahina ka magtrabaho. So sa if ganyan mag-work yung computer, bali, dyan yung sa hardware. Ang next niyan is, analogy naman yung ikaw. Ang next niyan is, paano mo yun gamitin? Like, kasi ang hardware, di ba, kuryente lang yan. Yung isaksak mo, tapos mag-on siya, may kuryente, dumadaloy. Yun yung, actually, kuryente lang din yung digital signals dito. But paano ba yan i-utilize? Paano natin yan gamitin, yung kuryente na yan, para mag-work? Kasi kung kuryente lang, wala lang walang mangyayari. So, meron tinatawag na machine language. Itong machine language, ito yung sinasabi nilang bits, which are zeros and ones. So, ano ba yung zeros and ones? It means off and on. Bakit off and on? Diba? Bakit ganyan? Complicated masyado. Kasi sa loob ng CPU mo, ng processor, switch lang yan lahat. Yung tinatawag nila na transistors, yung may 40 nanometers, ganyan, gano'ng kaliit. Yan, mga switch lang yan lahat. Kahit dito sa disk, resemblance lang yan ng zeros and ones, kahit sa RAM. Bakit ba ganyan? Kasi, imagine nyo yung tubig, and ito yung tubig. Tapos, may dadaloy siya dito, or dito. Tapos, dito kay yung gripo. Ayan. Kung zero, let's say, kung zero with dito, meaning closed yung gripo. Kung 1 din, meaning open. Dito, lagyan natin 1. Tapos, may another naman yan siya. So, imagine nyo, ganyan, para na siyang ugat ng paano ba yun imagine? Yung parang connected, then it will look like a root na yung ugat ng kahoy. And imagine nyo, yung daluyan ng kuryente, may certain instructions yan dyan, or pathway. Para, for example, yung isang lang ninyo, yung move ng mouse. Mag-move kayo ng mouse. Tapos, pag move niyo ng mouse, may i-on yan siya na switch. Like, certain, like 0111 or ganyan. Then, yung kuryente, dadaloy doon na path. And then, yun ang yung signal na yun, parang ipapasok niya sa CPU na, i-move mo tong mouse, ganitong ilang pixels, ganyan. So, Pero if like kahit ngayon, nahirapan pa rin kayo mag-imagine, it's because grabe yung abstraction level ng machine language. Or even, mas mahirap yung hardware. Kaya, from machine language, from 011, hindi naman tayo maka-program lang. Lagay lang ka 01, 01, 1, 1, 1. Ganyan. Ang hirap para sa atin. Kasi hindi tayo computers. So, ginawa ng engineers is gumawa sila ng assembly language. Yung assembly language, meron yung katulad kanina. Itong may if, may then, go to line 23. So, may words na. Medyo maintindihan na natin. Unfortunately, kung marami na, ito nga, line 23 na. Imagine nyo kung yung ENIAC, ilang lines yun, probably thousands or more than thousands. Ang hirap na yan i-remember yung iba. Hindi na if makalimutan yung ibang line, then mahirapan ka kung may sira ba or tinatawag nila na debug. So, from assembly language, yung imbis na mag-ano ka ng if or go to, mga ganyan na commands, gumawa sila ng high-level language. So, di ba, from hardware, may meron yung 1011. Then, from 1011, meron yung mga if, go to, yung ganyan. Like, may words na konti. Sa high-level language, ito, mas madali na siya understand. May specific words na talaga. Ang isang examples nito are, common examples are C and C++ or meron yung Pascal. Ang problem lang din nito, mahirap din siya intindihin. If wala ka masyadong knowledge sa programming language, like pinaka-basic, they say na C++ ang isa sa pinakamahirap na high-level programming language. But if malaman mo siya, it will be easier na malaman mo yung iba. But this webinar is designed for beginners, so di tayo gagamit ng C++ later. Pakita ko anong igamitin natin. So yung low-level language, ito yun sila. This is categorized as low-level language. And high-level language yun ng C or C++. Ang dumi na ng puro na sulat-sulat. So next, i-introduce ko yung gagamitin natin na programming language. So basics of a high-level language, we'll be using the Python programming language. Python. Bakit Python? Familiar ba sa inyo yung Python? Hindi yung Python na ahas. So Python, ito na Python. Ito yung logo niya. So parang it will be a beginner course para lang parang maano ninyo paano ba automate yung certain simple task. Kahit yung sa calculator, pwede gawin dito. So why Python? It is labeled as the beginner's language. Python emphasizes code readability by the use of significant indentation. Ano ba yung code readability? Code readability is compared dun sa if x greater than 5, go to ganyan. Mas close na siya sa human language. So, ano ba gagamitin natin for Python? As a start, gagamit tayo ng IDE. IDE is an integrated development environment. Ano ba yan? It's a magical software that helps you code. Ano ba yung magical software na yan? So IDE, as you can see, may image dito. Ito na image. IDE, ano siya? Yung parang text editor lang. Yung parang notepad lang siya. But, may color. Oh, colorful. Notepad na colorful. May color yan because para mas madali siya during mag-code. And after dyan, yung mag-type ka na, pwede mo na immediately i-run. Comparative sa notepad ka mag-run, ikaw pa mag-compile, gawin yung program. Kaya it is labeled sana as magical, but it's not really magical because it is a work of science. And the next is, ano gagamitin natin sa Python? Gagamitin ng Python idle. If mag-install kayo ng Python, immediately meron na yung tinatawag na idle. Idle ang tawag nila sa Python's Integrated Development Environment. So, if meron sa inyo gusto mag-join, because as mag-go through tayo sa course, simple codes, if gusto niyo sumabay, pwede niyo i-download yung installer, latest installer to, 3.9.5. And fortunately, para lang din siya sa 64-bit na Windows 10. Or if may ibang version kayo like Windows XP, Windows 7, or Mac, Linux, pwede visit nyo lang yung sa www.python.org, then proceed kayo sa download section. Meron doon documentation and makita nyo kung anong versions ang pwede sa system niyo. So, how do we start with that? We'll start with yung pinaka-basic lang. Hello World. Yung Hello World, ito yung ginagamit nila kapag yung mga beginners talaga, like, paano mag-program, mag-start talaga sila sa Hello World. So, open ko ang idle. So, ganito. Makita ba? Ito ang idle. So, Python 3.9.5. So, try natin yan. Type natin. Copy lang. Print. Hello World. Oh. Ayun, tapos na. Tapos na ang course. Hanggang dito na tayo. Programmers na kayo. Joke lang. Next, ganyan na siya. This, i-explain ko yung code. Itong print is parang siyang in math, alam niyo yung functions sa math. In math, di ba, function is defined as yung may ilagay ka na object, then papasok dun sa function, then may output siya, nalabas na object. Ito yung print, function to siya sa Python. Ang nilagay na object is yung hello world. Bakit may mga apostrophe ba dito? I-discuss natin yan later on. So, basta yung hello world inilagay sa sa function ng print. Then, ang output is yung nasa baba, hello world. Yan. Ganun nakadali. So, next is next slide. We will explain natin bakit may ganito ito. So, we'll start with Python variables. Ano ba yung variables? It stores data to be referenced and manipulated on a program. They may be visualized as containers. Imagine yung parang box na nilalagyan ng data. So, may iba-ibang klase. May integers, floating point numbers, complex numbers, strings, and boolean. So, ano ba yan? Explain ko. Ano ba yan? Ang integers, mga simple numbers lang yan. Like 0, 1, 2, 3, mga ganyan. Ang floating point numbers is yung may like 0, 0.1, 1.2, mga ganyan. Ang complex numbers are yun ang if mag-proceed kayo sa like i-pursue nyo itong engineering na course, may encounter nyo itong complex numbers yung may I or usually ginagamit as J. Imaginary numbers, may imaginary numbers, may complex numbers. Ang strings, ito yung kanina, yung hello world. Ano ba yung strings? Strings are a string of characters. String of characters, ano ba yan? So, characters meaning, like symbols, A, B, C, D, ganyan. But then, when you say string of characters, so, group together na characters. So, words na siya. So, basically, strings are just words. Ang boolean are usually known as bool lang. Ito are mga, true or false. Either 0 or 1, on or off. Yeah, true and false. Yan ang value niya. So, let's say may ano ka, box. Ito yung variable mo. And ano to na box? Ano na variable? So, integer. Lagyan natin integer. Ang nasa loob niyan are probably ito lang, pwede 1 or pwede 2. Yan yung pinakamadali if you imagine yung ano ang variables. So, bakit ba natin ito discuss? This is because sa program, pag gumagamit ka ng data, nilalagay yan sa ano, sa usual sa mga box para magamit mo later on or para ilagay mo sa isang equation. Sa math, ang pinaka-known na variables diba is x, y, or z. So, ganyan lang din sa programming. But then, ang ano lang sa programming, pwede kahit ano ang name ng box mo. So, pwede box 1 or box 2. But, may certain words na limited lang ay na bawal gamitin as names and those are the reserved words. So, bawal i-name ang variable as an, assert, break, class. May ito sila. So, because ginagamit to ng Python or ng iba dito ginagamit din ng ibang programming language. So, carry on. So, variables, things to remember. Python is dynamically typed. You do not need to declare variables. Ano ibig sabihin yan? So, kasi sa ibang programming language, kapag gagawa ka ng variable, dapat ilagay mo yung data type. Yung nakalagay kanina. For example, name ka, box. Tapos, ilagay mo pa, before niyan, ano siya na box. So, lagyan mo int. So, integer siya na box. Sa Python, diretso na, box na lang diretso. Wala na, automatic na siya na mag-ano kung ano type niyan. The declaration happens automatically when you assign a value to a variable. Like, mga example dito, counter is equals to 100. An integer assignment. So, automatically, alam na ni Python. Uy, 100, integer yan. So, yung counter, gagawin niya as integer na variable. Integer type. Miles 100, 1000.1. So, floating point. Name John. String. Kalimutan ko, if mag-declare ka ng ng string, dapat meron yung double tawag yung apostrophe ba yun? And itong null value is walang laman. So, none. Lagyan mo lang none. But, di mo nyo masyado ito magamit for beginners. Variables can change type simply by assigning them a new value of a different type. So, automatic na din siya sa other programming language. Kung int yung box, hindi ka makalagay doon ng string or floating point. So, i-convert mo pa or ilagay mo sa other box na int or floating point. Sa Python, i-convert niya na diretso. So, lagay tulad nito. From x is equals to 1, diretso niya nilagay x is equals to string value. So, yung box lalagyan ng yung box ng ang box na named as x from 1 na lalagyan sa loob, ipalitan niya ng string value ito na word sa loob. And when declaring din sa ng isang string, kasali din yung space dito. So, kung maglagay ka na sa loob ng space lang, i-store niya pa rin yan as 3 spaces. Space. Kasali yung space sa value. So, next, Python allows you to assign a single value to several variables simultaneously. So, pwede na diretso kung may tatlong box ka and same value lang. Diretso mo na A is equals to B is equals to C is equals to 1. So, 1 to sila lahat. You can also assign multiple objects to multiple variables. So, ito A, B, C, 1, 2, John. So, Ang order nito, i-follow niyo yung order sa variable name and then yung i-declare mo. So si A sa 1, si B sa 2, and si C is string sa dyan. Next, like imagine nyo, paano ba to magagamit ba namin to? For now, not really. But using these operators, magamit nyo na siya. What are operators? These are symbols that tells the program to perform specific operations, maybe mathematical, relational, or logical. So ano ba to sila? Is this. Sa arithmetic, or yung mathematical, so known as yung kanina labeled as mathematical. These are simple operations, plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulo, and exponentiation. Yung modulo, yun yung remainder. Gamitin natin ito later on para makita niyo sa example. Next, meron comparison. Ito yung kanina sa variable, kung may x ka is equals to 1. Ang variable x, ang loob niya is 1. Itong equal sign is parang gi-assign niya yung x as 1. Pero sa comparison, paano ba mag equal? So, gamit ka ng double na equal, dalawa. Ano bang ginagawa ng comparison? I-compare niya yung two values. For example, meron kang variable x and variable y. So, i-compare niya. Ang output nito are boolean, either true or false. So, if 5 si x and 5 si y, then di-compare niya, then it will result as true or 1. Ganyan na simple. So, itong not equal, exclamation mark, then equal, is i-compare niya if not equal. For if x is 5 and y is 5, then false to because equal sila. But if x is 5 and y is 6, it will result as true. And greater than, kung sinong malaki, kung malaki ba si x compared kay y, less than. And meron din greater than or equal to. Let's say, imagine nyo to as parang x is greater or equal to y, di ba? Kung, let's say, x is 5 and y is equal to 10. But since maliit man siya, 5 is less than 10, false ang result nito. But let's say if, eraser ba dito? Let's say if x is equal to 10, it will result as true because x is greater than or equal to. But if x is equals to 20, true pa rin siya because x is greater than y. So, para siyang from 10 above, true siya. Then, next is less than or equal to, same lang but opposite siya. Ito, if x is less than or equal to y. So, if y is still 10, same lang sila kung isim natin. Then, matrue siya as long as 10 or below yung value ng x. So, next will be logical. So, ano ba tong logical? Meron tayong and, or, and not. Simple lang siya. If true dito, return both statements are true. If true tong w is greater than x, and true din ang y is less than z, then overall, mag-result siya ng true. Sa or, returns true if at least one statement is true. At least isa lang. Kahit false ang isa, as long as mayroong isa na true. True siya. But if false yung dalawa, then false ang result. Tapos ang not, i-reverse niya lang. If true yung kanina dito, magiging false na siya pag may not. Medyo boring siya kasi mas madali to kapag i-program na. So, ito, may example tayo. So, ang gagawin natin is a basic number adder. Make 3 variables, name, Lagay natin yung name. Then, x is equals to 10, y is equals to 5. Then z is equals to x plus y. Print the name variable followed by the z variable. So, dito, if ganito, mas better if ang gagamitin natin ay Python file. Paano gumawa ng Python file? New file. Then, ito na siya. Untitled. So, paano ba yan? Simple lang. Lagyan natin name na variable. Name is equals to, lagay ko name ko. Yung name ko is string because it's a word. Next, gawa daw tayo x, which is equals to 10. Next, y is equals to 5. Then z is equals to x plus y. Then i-print na. Print name variable followed by the z variable. So name, then followed. Pwede natin lagyan ng plus. Lagyan natin ng space din. Tapos z. Bakit ganyan? This is because sa print, dito sa print, meron tayong yung anything na ilagay ang output ng print is a string. String ang output ng print. So, yung name string na siya di ba? Yung z but yung z is not. But if ilagay sa function na print, ang output niya is string. But then, if i-add lang natin, maging Ulysses din yung value ng agad, yung z. So, lagyan natin ng space sa center. As I said, yung sa string, counted din yung space. So, if i-run natin, pwede F5 na diretso. Save muna daw. Comments. Yan yung sample. Yung .py, pwede na wala because automatically na yan siya maging Python file. Yung py means a Python file. Kasi, wait lang, mali. So, if makakakuha kayo ng mali, so, ganito ang result. Wait lang. Diretso na natin. Ang name, tapos print din tayo isa. Z. So, ito ang output. As you can see, yung output niya is yung name ko. But then, and then yung next is yung value ng x plus y, which yung z. So, nagamit tayo ng how many variables? 1, 2, 3, 4 variables. So, let's proceed. Next is syntax. Ano ba yung syntax? Since Python or programming language is still a language, it has a syntax. It is the rules that define a programming language. It is where a language refers to define if a combination of symbols, statements, or expression is properly structured. So, if we convert natin yung definition ng syntax to our normal language like English or Filipino, syntax can be also known as grammar, ang grammar ng programming language. So, first sa Python, sa programming language, each has its own syntax. Sa ngayon, Python lang muna tayo. So, syntax ng Python, merong indentation. What is indentation? It is used in Python to delimit blocks. The number of spaces is variable, but all statements within the same blocks must be indented the same amount. So ano yung indentation? Indentation are yung tabs. So, meron kang block 1. Kung under ng block 1, nasa loob ng block 1, yung gusto mo ilagay yung block 2, so indent mo siya sa baba. For example, if true, print answer, or print and print true. Medyo complicated tignan because wala pa natin na-discuss yung if and else. Pero yung true, ito yung boolean, yung we-discuss kanina. Yung true is a boolean value, di ba? Sabi ko kanina, true or false boolean. Itong if and else, functions to similar dito sa print. So, ito may error siya, it's because yung indentation, hindi taga tab space lang siguro to. Isang space. But for Python, tab ang needed. Next. From there, we'll proceed to control structures. Dito yung if, else, and then. So what are these? Allows you to make Python work for your own bidding, make Python your servant. But it really means a programming blocks or statements that chooses which direction the program will go based on the provided condition. So ano ba yan? So ito, may types tayo. May conditional or selection. Then may loops or iteration. Conditionals executes one or more statements depending on the given condition. Then loops or iteration repeats the statement depending on the provided condition. So, dito tayo sa conditionals. Ito yun, may if statement, if else statement, and if else statement. So, if statement is if expression, then statement. So ba yun? If ito dito, ang expression means condition. Ito yung condition. Let's say, ano ba yung condition? Pwede natin ilagay dyan is x is greater than y. If true tong x is greater than y, ilagay natin dito. If true, then i-execute niya yung nasa statement. Bigay tayo example naman. So, ang if else naman is if true if true ito, then proceed siya dito. But if false ito, skip niya yung if, skip niya to, proceed siya sa else. Ang if, elif, else, ang elif is just short for else if. Tapos para mas madali, ginawang elif ng Python. So if true dito, execute na ito. But if hindi, punta siya sa elif. And if hindi naman, punta siya sa next elif. And if mali tanan, if false to tanan, if false ito lahat. If false ito lahat. Proceed siya sa pinaka-last na else. So itong example natin. So we have x is equals to input. Please enter an integer. Here, int is naglagay siya ng, we call this, data type. Pwede din wala. Then, input is a function similar to print. Input is a function similar to print. So, if print is maglagay ng output, si input is mag-receive ng input. So, please enter an integer. So, i-print na to. Kung ano yung i-enter ng user, ilagay niya dun sa x. Ilagay sa x. Then, merong conditional sa baba. If x is less than 0, then x is equals to 0. Tapos, mag-print siya ng negative change to 0. But if x is equals to 0, i-print na 0. But if false to, mag-proceed siya sa elif. If x is equals to 1, then i-print na single. Ang pinaka-last, if i-print niya more kapag more than 1. So, ano siya? If ang input is, ang output nito is, if ang input ng user is -1 or less, -1 papunta doon, negative infinity, i-print niya negative change to 0 because we have an int, di ba? I-convert niya from negative value, i-convert niya to 0, tapos i-print niya na negative change to 0. So ito, maging true to na if. But if 0 yung nilagay, ito naman, if x is equals to 0, then i-print niya is 0. But if 1, print siya single. If greater than 1, print siya 1. So, next, ito yung conditionals. Next is we have the loops. For loops, we have, ano ba yung loops? Loops is, i-repeat niyo yung code dito for a certain number. We have for loop. The for loop. A for loop here. And for letter in Python, yung letter is just a variable or variable name. Ano ba yan? Variable name ng ng number of characters sa Python. Because diba, ito is a string of character. But then, para siyang for every character dito sa Python, for every letter dito sa Python, i-print niya yung letter. So, for example, ang gagawin ni Python ito, kunin niya yung Python word. Then, isa-isahin niya. So, starts with P. Then, yung P, i-assign niya dun sa letter na variable. And then, i-print niya. So, ito yung output. Slowly, i-print niya yung Python. So, isa-isahin lang niya. So, for every number dito sa Next is we have the while loop. While is, define na siya by using numbers. For example, count. Nagawa siya ng variable na count is equals to 0. While count is less than 5. As long as count, yung value ng count is less than 5, i-print na ito. But then sa baba, merong increment. Ano yung increment? Ito yung maglagay ng plus 1. Or depends ilan ang increment. Dito is plus 1 yung increment. So every print, after every print, i-add ni Python ng 1 si count. So ito. As you can see, from 0, nag-1, 2, 3, 4. So here, letter identifier. Using conditional statements and the for loop, identify each letter in the word Python if it is a vowel or consonant. So, like it. For an example, meron yung ating sample.py. Using the letter, yung katulad kanina in loop in, tama in. So, yun lang so, similar lang natin because Python din naman. So, for letter in Python, dito na ma-observe yung yung indentation because for yung expression, lagyan ng column. Pag enter mo, you can see na may space, diba? May space dito, that is the indentation. So, Yung assignment natin is mali. The assignment is to use the for loop and identify the word Python, Python small p, if it is a vowel or consonant. So, if natin, letter is equal to a, then print vowel and isa-isa na lang natin para mas madali siya ma-imagine kung ano ng output. Pwede nyo yan i-copy-paste. Copy-paste na ito madali. Ito. As you can see, di ba, nag-indent dito. If hindi natin yan i-move back, yung elif is maging under siya na elif. And then yung ito na print is still under dito. Unless if i-move natin siya using tab. Meron tayong yan. And finally, yung else natin. Oh. Nakalimutan ko pala yung ano. If ganito, di ba, walang mga double ano, ang gagawin ng Python is hanapin niyo yung variable na name is vowel. Ba't dito gumawa? Pero dapat gawin natin to siyang string. If hindi natin, mag-error to siya because sabihin ni Python, anong vowel? Hindi ka gumawa ng vowel na variable. So, change natin lahat. Then, if I was right, it should run properly. Yes, save natin. Oh, mali. So, check natin anong mali. A is not defined. Oh, bakit? Because, as I said, di ba, A, ang itit nandito, A as ano yung variable. Because walang nakalagay na mga indicator kung ano yung data type. So, since characters, compared sa strings yung double, ang characters is single. So, lagay natin ganyan. Kasi i-compare niya yung characters. So, if tama ako, properly lang ito. Oh, yun, nasa baba pala. So, consonant, 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 vowel, consonant. So, let's see, Python. Check natin. Yung P, consonant, consonant, consonant. So, isa, O. As you can see, ganito lang siya. So, gumawa na, nag-automize tayo ng isang system, just simple system, na i-check kung vowel ba or consonant ang letters sa isang word. Oh, programmers na kayo. So, next, let us proceed. we will have now the functions. So, di ba, may defined na functions. Nakita niyo kanina yung may input, and meron ding print. Functions to sila. But you can actually, pwede kayo gumawa ng sarili niyong function. So, what is a function really? Allows you to copy codes from the internet to make your life easier. Pwede. Next, but it really is a programming block that is used to perform a specific action which can be reused without the need of rewriting it. So, what is a function block? Function blocks begin with the keyword def. It is short for define, but sa ibang programming language, ibang ginagamit nila. Sa Python, def lang sa start, followed by the function name and parentheses. Parentheses ito. Any input parameters or arguments should be placed within these parentheses. We can also define parameters inside these parentheses. Ano yung parameters, input parameters, or argument? Diba sa print, pag maglagay ka, kung may gusto ka i-print, merong ganito. Tapos lagay mo word. Ito siya, this is a argument, or I mean a parameter. Sa argument, pwede ka maglagay C plus W character plus pwede ka maglagay actually na equation sa loob. Then before yung gamitin ni Python, solve niya muna yung equation mo. Next is the code block within every function start with a colon. Same dun sa if, else, and elif. And is indented. Indented pa rin. The statement return expression exits a function, optionally passing back an expression to the caller. A return statement with no arguments is the same as return none. So what is return? Pakita ko mamaya sa example. So ito example. Ito yung syntax. So may def, di ba? Then function name. Name ng function. Yung kanina, yung sa print. Ang name ng function is print. Then yung parameter, which is yung string. Itong function docstring, pwede na ito wala. Because if mag-proceed kayo further learning sa Python, ito is for documentation. Pwede na tayo diretso sa function statements. Ang return is yung ibabalik niya. So sa print na function, ang return niya is yung output. This prints a pass string to the function. So print str return. So ito yung function docstring. Yung docstring, parang i-explain niya lang. This is actually used for documentation. If may code kayo, then send nyo para ma-understand ng iba. Gagamit kayo ng ganito. Para i-read lang nila anong ibig sabihin ng anong gamit ng print me na function. So ito, similar lang to sa print. Nagamit niya dyan ng So print me, str. Str is yung parameter, which is string, but automatic naman. This is a variable lang. Then print str, so i-print lang niya diretso yung loan ng str. So, similar lang dun sa print ng function. So required argument, ito yung calling, ito yung making one, yung gagawa ng function, then ito yung calling one. It's because calling one, like sa ginawa natin na print, tinawag natin yung print, which is we call print para i-print yung string. So paano ba yan? So required arguments, the argument passed to the function in correct positional order. So ito dalawa ang ng function. So my name na parameter and my age. Then i-order lang niya. So yung name Alex, then 50. Next is keyword argument. The function call identifies the argument by the parameter names. So i-define niya. Instead of starting with Alex and 50, ang ginawa niya is age is 50 and name is Alex. Then default argument is the argument has a default value in the function declaration when used when the value is not provided in a function call. So ito, since age is already equal to 35, yung Alex na ang kailangan niya define or ilagay. So, next, magawa ba tayo examples dito? So, we have this, actually, paano siya? Like a program that continuously takes item, names, and its price until the end keyword is entered. Afterwards, it will give the total sum of all the items. But since, may time pa ba tayo? Medyo dehado tayo sa time. We'll proceed with na lang. Mas fun na activity compared dito. Which is still Python. But we already know the basics variables, conditionals, and functions. We can now already automate simple tasks using those examples. But right now, we have an activity. Ano ba yung activity natin? And we will play a game. An RPG game in, mali ang slide. In Code Combat. Code Combat is a website na it teaches programming language through a game, like an RPG game literally, by moving the characters using codes. And basically, usually, gamit niya Python. But mayroong ibang language din ginagamit yung Code Combat. But for now, gagamit tayo ng Python. And this will be introduced to us by engineering ng Aliling. He will be the one teaching us about how to play a game in codecombat.com. Sir? Sir Aliling.
So I guess we have a game, right, Sir Ulysses?
Yes, ma'am.
To those who would like to participate, kindly visit the https://codecombat.com. Alright, so participate I guess natin prize ani. It's 50 pesos cellphone load kung kasi makadaog. Since wala ta nagpa-games kaganina, so at this game, pwede ta maghatag o 50 pesos load sa makadaog.
Sir Aliling?
Yes.
Teach them sa sir, Code Combat niya.
Okay. Good morning. So, Ulysses introduced the basic of Python. So since for our target users for today, in order for you to have at least somehow a background of what Python is and a basic programming, so we have come up a certain or we have discovered a game on which while you are playing the game, you're already coding using Python. Let's say, for example, this one. So for those who are present today, I'm going to send you the link. Okay, where's the link? Okay, the link was in your box. So that is https://rofcode.com/cocom, and the class code in order for you to access the game should be thin, dry, thin. So the class code should be thin, dry, thin. So I'm going to share my screen in order for you to have a background on how this game works. Share screen. Windows. Share screen. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay. Now, this is what Code Combat would look like. Kung mapansin ninyo, it's look like a Mobile Legend like, pero it's a different from that because it's actually a game, but while playing the game, it's also teaching you on how to program. So makasulod lang mo ani nga game using my class code, which is katong gihatag nako ganina. So using my class code, if you're already inside, so we have different levels here. Katong gi-discuss kanina, all of those topics discussed by Ulysses is also present in this game because this game was created using Python. Let's say, for example, if we are in level 1, this one, if you're going to click this one, we click na to on level 1, which is the name of the level is Dungeons of Kithgard. So it will direct you to this area. So ganito yung itsura ng ng game. So we have many levels. So on this, may goal siya. So the goals is stated on the left side. Let's say, for example, avoid the spikes and collect the gem. And the codes that you need to use is nandito, nakalist na siya in a form of a methods. Let's say, for example, ito lang yung methods na pwede natin gamitin. Let's say, for example, our goal is to get this crystal by using these codes. So paano dapat ang gagawin niya? For dito meron na siyang nakalagay dito is hero move right. So it's very understandable ang siya, although it's written using Python, it's very understandable, but it's also teaching you the basic of programming before you will jump to an advanced topic na Python. So let's say, for example, we need to move right, and next is your hero should move down. Let's say your hero should move down, this one. So ano lang natin dito, hero should move down. Kung nandito na siya, your hero should move right. Your hero should move right. Okay, hero should move right. Okay, that one. So para makuha niya yung crystal, then try to run. So kung siya is, so nag-succeed na tayo sa goal. Then it will redirect you to the next. It will redirect you to the next level on a higher level of programming. So let's say, for example, hanggang lang i-introduce ko hanggang level 2, because we have different levels, we have so much levels. Let's say, for example, kung nasa level 2 na tayo, okay, ano dapat yung goal niya? Your goal is your hero must survive. You should grab the gem, which is this one. Then you should avoid the ogres. Asan yung ogre? Ito yung ogre. Then, ayun siya. So, anong gagawin natin? So, siguro, your hero should move down. Okay. So, nandito siya. So, nandito yung ano natin. So, inano siya ng ogre. So, dapat, we should avoid the ogre. So, hero move down. Then, ano siguro tayo ng dalawang hero move left. Hero move right. Hero move right. Then, dalawang hero move right. Then, let's try. Run. So, we should avoid the ogre. Okay. Hero move right. So, hero. Let's try hero move down. Okay. Yun. Kasi dito papunta yung ogre. So, mag-hero move right, mag-hero move ano tayo? Hero move right. Then, we'll use hero move up. Then, hero move right again. Okay, let's try. Then, run. So, ganun lang kasimple. So, goal success. We succeeded the goal. We have many levels for it. You're playing the game, then you never notice you're already using Python. Kung nakikita nyo dito, the programming language that you're using is, nandito sa left side is Python. Lahat ng diniscuss ni Ulysses kanina, you're going to encounter that on a different levels. So it's a very good game to learn basic programming. So, okay. I think that would be all. So thank you. Is there any questions?
Okay, thank you so much for the presenter, Mr. Ulysses, and also to Mr. Reynante Alaling for the clarification more about what the game looks like, no? So I think this is the right time to ask questions about today's topic. So anybody can throw questions, so you may comment it to the chat box. All right, so Miss Crazy, our technical personnel and marketing assistant, said that, so I think the highest among the participants will be declared as the winner, sir. 50 pesos load plus HCDC goodies will be given before 12 noon ends. It's all right. Questions, anyone? Babatay questions? Sir Aliling, as asked by Miss Crazy, will you be able to see the scores or stages, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Asked po ni Ma'am Crazy, will you be able to see the scores or stages, sir?
Will you be able to see the scores or stages? Regarding the, yes, you will be able to see the stages, but regarding the score, there will be no score. What you need is to survive every level, because the purpose of the game is for you to learn a certain and skill before you proceed to the next level using programming or using basic programming.
So you'll be able to see po the progress sa mga participants sa game.
Yes, you'll be able to see the progress of the ano.
All right. Sige, sir. So you will be the one to tell Ma'am Crazy kung kinsa po ang daog yun. All right, so that's it. Anyone? Nababatay questions or anything na clarifications? So that game na na-present po ni Sir Aliling and Mr. Ulysses will be our workshop for today. So please participate po and come up po with that game so that we will see who is the winner.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
okay, sige sir.
While they are having while they are exploring the game,
Mhm.
I have one colleague here. I mean, who's with me, the president,
Okay.
the president of of our organization wants to discuss at least the difference of computer engineering as compared to other computer related courses, because
Okay.
there's others might be confused if let's say, for example, if computer engineering and IT and computer science are all the same, but we'll just discuss on the difference of computer engineering to other computer related courses, I think. So I'll
Yes,
give.
that's right, sir. That's frequently asked yun currently sa mga students,
Yes.
lalo na confused
So,
kung ano sa bagay difference nila. So that's good thing,
Kaya
sir,
nga,
na ma-explain po ninyo.
kung pareho lang ba siya sa IT,
Yes,
a lot
definitely.
of most especially high school students are confused na relate pareho lang ba siya, ano bang difference niya, bakit so I think
Yes, sir, please.
okay, where's your
Pwede
point?
kaayo, sir.
I'll prepare the ma'am ha. Where's your PowerPoint? 2021. Wait lang ma'am ha.
No problem, sir. Sige po.
The headset. Okay, I'll give the floor to the president of the ICPEP, ACES organization. So we have Dex Gibilondo to discuss the
Right, sir. So again, let's hear from Mr. Ano ganit name ulit, sir?
Hi there.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our webinar series 2021. Salamat kayo, sir, sa pag-explain regarding what's the difference between these courses po, sir. So the floor is yours,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you so much. I will begin with the promotions of where you can actually work in computer engineering. So I'm going to just slide through these PowerPoint presentation. And so here we have Google, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Facebook. These are the top 5 technology companies right now that are hiring computer engineers and also computer scientists and IT related courses. But what sets us apart is that I will discuss later in our curricula. So I'll just keep on going. This is actually a very, very long snapshots of the places where you can work. If you go on a, how do we call this? If you go on a global level of excellence in computer engineering field, Salesforce, LinkedIn. So all of our, how do you call this? All of our resumes should be in LinkedIn so that global companies can search for us. Snap, the creator of Snapchat, Intuit, Oracle, Spotify. I'm just gonna brush through all of this. Netflix. Actually, Netflix, the one Ateneo de Manila graduate is the current vice president of Netflix, vice president of algorithms, Miss Anne Aaron. She's a computer engineering graduate from Ateneo de Manila. Adobe, Norton, Nintendo, Epic Games. So of course, we all play Mobile Legends, and this is Moonton. Republic of Gamers, Steam. So all the players here, this is a really, really awesome opportunity to be able to know both hardware and software, as Steam Engine requires both processors and also the software development. Bandai Namco, our childhood. Of course, Dota, Dota 2, Blizzard, Capcom, Sega, Square Enix, Ubisoft, Electronic Arts, Unity, PlayStation. So PlayStation 5 has just been released. Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent, Intel, AMD. So this is the #1 processor company as of this moment. It has just defeated Intel in terms of its latest processor, the 5900. NVIDIA is the best graphics company so far, but AMD is also in the running. We have Cisco for the #1 networks company, AT&T. So AT&T and Verizon are actually the companies that are counterparts for Smart and Globe on a global level. Actually, we do not have a specific Smart or Globe telephone communications company. We are just extracting from Verizon and AT&T and sending it here to our places. So if you take up computer engineering, you're gonna know how do they do that. Juniper Networks, Texas Instruments, Qualcomm. In all our phones, you can see Qualcomm, of course, except for the iPhone because they manufacture their own chips. Broadcom, Huawei. This is the #1 partner for Globe. Nikon, Sony, Dyson, Siemens, Bosch, Braun, Philips, Carrier. So air conditioning companies also require computing devices. Hence, Carrier, Panasonic, LG is here. And the oldest telco that's been in the running, but has been dethroned by the iPhone company, manufacturer Apple, that's Nokia, Samsung, Dell. Actually, Samsung has its own entire city for producing phones and all other gadgets. Dell, Asus, HP, Lenovo, Teradyne. If there was no pandemic, all the interns could actually head to either at Cebu, Teradyne, Lexmark in Cebu. So these are global companies, Fortune 500 companies that has one of its headquarters here in the Philippines. So just, you could actually earn a million pesos in a year working at Teradyne for just one big chip. You're just gonna do soldering there. Lexmark is all about printers. And of course, we all know the synonymous to photocopy, that's Xerox. Canon is about photos as well. Epson, Uber, Lyft, SpaceX is in need of computer enthusiasts. Lufthansa, now we are here on the, how do we call this? The aviation sector. Boeing, Raytheon, this is a defense company that needs computing devices. Lockheed Martin, McKinsey & Company is these are the big three consulting companies, McKinsey, Bain, and BCG. We also have Ernst & Young, KPMG, Deloitte, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Chase, JP Morgan. I could keep on going here. There's a lot of companies here that we can work. What we need to focus here is how do we get into these companies? So let's now discuss what are the contents of computer engineering? What are your career paths? So those were the companies, but what should you be made aware of as you embark this journey? What is computer engineering then? It embodies the science and technology of primarily design. So you need to be able to come up with something that is very, very useful. So that's in the head part. Development. So you need to know the materials that you need to use in order to create that design. Implementation. You cannot just do everything in theory, you need to apply it. Maintenance. Of course, there are things that are not meant to be forever, so we need to replace them. Even our phones need to be replaced by around 3 to 5 years because electronics actually degrades. And the integration of software and hardware components in modern computing systems and computer-controlled equipment. Therefore, any company that requires computing devices will require a computer engineer. So that's basically every single company. For the computer engineering major, it is actually subdivided into electrical engineering and computer science. So we are actually creating a new field here, which was originally from electrical engineering, just the power transmission lines, and computer science, which is purely a theoretical or mathematical field. We are creating something more innovative, which is the BSCPE program. Let's start with the contents of electrical engineering. We need to be aware of mixed signals and sensors, the microprocessors, embedded systems, circuits and design, data and digital communications, signal processing, feedback control systems, and hardware description language. As you can all hear, these are not, how do we call this, very, very introductory so far. It seems like these are the in-depth of what electrical engineering is, but it's actually what makes us separate from the other, how do we call this, from the other engineering branches. Because we are not only focused on all these hardware aspects, but also on this, computer science. We have discrete mathematics, programming logic and design, data structures and algorithms, OOP, software design, operating systems, networks and security, and computer architecture and organization. So we have the computer scientists. So to simplify everything, the mathematicians and computer scientists create theories and algorithms in order to generate greater IDE for producing applications. And it is the electronics and electrical engineers that provide the electricity, of course, and also the electronics to focus on the devices, the hardware aspect. But to be able to integrate both of these, there needs to be computer engineers who must be knowledgeable on both aspects. So if we have the hardware creation, we have the software creation, we are the integrators. Hence, computer engineering is simply the integration of both electrical and computer science. For the specifics, these are the topics: the discipline, drafting and design, and the mathematics, of course, because this is an engineering field. It is very impossible to get through engineering without knowing mathematics. We have to delve into calculus 1. So the rate of change is in differential calculus. Then we're going to talk about area under the curves in integral calculus. We also have probability and statistics, which is necessary in, how do we call this, data science. We're going to be using Scala or Python in the programming languages, but we need the knowledge in stochastics and statistics in engineering data analysis. Also, differential equations. These can be simplified using advanced mathematics, but this is the core of what actually means to be an engineer. It is in differential equations that every engineer is separated from all other courses. So it does not separate computer engineering from the other engineering, but it allows you to differentiate all engineers from other courses. And numerical methods is simply the simulation of differential equations. What I'm saying here is that this is not, I'm not gonna lie, this is not necessarily a walk in the park, but it's gonna be, but you can create a park afterwards with your, how do we call this? With your ability in problem solving later on. For the foundational sciences, of course, we need basic chemistry, basic physics, electrical circuits, and electronic circuits. So these are just the easier part of the walk in the park, Jurassic Park. For the field work, we need to know economics, technopreneurship, occupational health and safety, and the internship, of course. For the electives, if you want to focus on software development or AI or machine learning or microelectronics, it just depends on your proclivities or your inclinations, because some computer engineers are really gifted with both abilities. They want to focus on both software and hardware integration. But some are like the more electronics part, so they just go on the microelectronics. Some are more focused on the software, so they go to the AI aspect. So it just depends on you. But the non-technical courses, well, since we are in the Philippines, so they are mandating things and stuff that needs to be taken. Like the GE courses, the CHED mandated courses like the Rizal, physical education and STP, and religious education, since you are at Holy Cross. Now, why do we need to combine software and hardware? Why not just the software? Of course, where will you be executing all your software? There's no hardware. And what is the purpose of your hardware if it's just an electronic device? So we need technological, scientific, and administrative needs. We need to meet all of them. Hence, we combine proper hardware and software. We need to develop test computers in the respective systems and develop memory devices. So basically, if you have a hardware device, how are you going to use it if it's just generating electricity? And if you have a software device, where are you going to run it? Hence, we need to integrate both hardware and software. That's just about it. Now let's talk about how valuable a computer engineering degree is. We can actually show this in here. What makes CPE jobs attractive? First, we have multiple job opportunities because again, any company that runs a computer system will require a computer engineer, because how else will you be able to operate, maintain, troubleshoot, and also advance those systems if you do not know what computer devices are? And since they are difficult and actually very, very technical, we're going to be paid a lot here. There's going to be a lot of green stuff in your pocket. Also, high job satisfaction, because you have a work that you're expert with, you are being paid well, so you will be, well, satisfied with your work. And since you're helping in the entire world, since we can work anywhere, that you're going to be providing yourself a meaningful life. And it's not routine. Your job as a computer engineer will never be routine because there will be different problems every day. So different work on different days, which is actually both a blessing and a curse, because immediately next month, the Apple company might release a new iPhone. So, you need to like stack up money for that. According to the World Economic Forum, we rank just one stack below chemical engineering as the one with the highest salaries. So of course, chemical engineers, we are actually placing here petroleum as well. They are generating, of course, shampoos, soaps, just about anything that's chemical. Even our devices, even the chips in our computers, even the computer parts, the toilet papers, everything is chemically produced, since everything is made of chemical unless it's a force, because that's about physics now. So after chemical engineers, we are the, I don't know, should we call this richest? Supposedly based on this graph. So this is generated based on all the salaries of all engineering fields. Next in line is, of course, our father. So we are the son of electrical engineer and computer science. So we superseded our father in terms of monetary gains. So that's about it. And we can actually work in electrical fields because we also know how to do their fields. That's actually an advantage. But it doesn't matter because we rank high above them. This is the global ranking, right? This is in the Philippines. So computer programmers rank 5th, system analyst designers rank 6th, and computer engineers rank 7. We can do all of these. So you can work either with 52,000, 51,000, or 49,000 as entry-level job. Depends on your education as well and your performance and your internships. So you need to really double down on your internships. Now, this is actually one of the biggest news since 2018. So this year it's 2021, but now computer engineers now make up a quarter of Goldman Sachs workforce. So to let you know, Goldman Sachs is actually one of the Fortune 500 global banking companies. If you think about it, they should be hiring accountants, bookkeepers, and related business courses. But they do not want to invest in manual labor. Hence, they are replacing 4 bankers with 1 computer engineer. So this is in a way a blessing and a curse again. A blessing for us because we're going to be paid more, but we are replacing 4 people in the jobs. So this is how important computer engineers are now, that banking companies are actually replacing their number accounting resources with computer engineers. This is actually a good thing for us, but how the market works. We need to be more competitive. So yeah, it's a good news for us, but bad news for some other workers. This is actually Larry Page, the creator of Google, the co-founder of Google, together with Sergey Brin. And he once said, you need to always deliver more than expected. As a computer engineer, you need to be really giving your all, since, yeah, this is an engineering field. Just the word engineering should really ring a bell in your mind that it's just not a walk in the park. Or perhaps it's a walk in the park, but it's the Jurassic type. And Finally, we have the second richest man alive, Amazon. He is a computer engineer because he combined his electrical engineering and computer science. He graduated summa cum laude from Yale University. So this is one of the richest men alive, Jeff Bezos. If you can't tolerate critics, don't do anything new or interesting. Just like if you take up computer engineering, that is, if you take computer engineering, you will be criticized because you are displacing people from their jobs. But that's just how the market works. We need more people who are more competitive and going to be providing more cost-efficient contributions to the company. So that's about it. Simply saying, computer engineers are dominating the planet so far. So any questions?
Yes, very well said. Thank you so much, Mr. Dex Marco Gibelondo. He's one of our bright computer engineering students from the College of Engineering and Technology, and also the president of their organization as well. So, all right. So, do you have any questions? And before that, may we have Engineer Malaluan sa atong chat box. May I just add also that computer engineering and electronics engineering are also related. They have so many comparisons and differences, but both focuses on innovations and the promotion of technological advancement. That's right, Sir Engineer Malaluan. Thank you so much for that clarification also, sir. Any questions po from our participants and also to our students currently enrolled in our institution? By the way, enrollment is still ongoing, so please sign up or log into our student portal, http://studentportal.hcdc.edu.ph. So BA Holy Cross. And now, Arise and Sing, the search for the next Davao City's Rising Star Senior High School audition is still ongoing. So if you can refer someone, especially student high school graduates who would like to share their talents in singing, please feel free to join and get a chance to win HCDC gratitude kit, and also to the winner of the Arise and Sing may get a chance to win 10,000 pesos cash. All right, so any questions po? Okay, we still have 10 minutes more before we end, before it's noon time. So do you have any clarifications or any questions po regarding today's topic? Oh, the game. So our game po, Sir Aliling, would you like to
Yes, ma'am.
regarding our game that you presented a while ago po, nabatay
Yeah.
players ato, sir?
Players, ma'am. You'll be able to see. What do you mean, ma'am? What do you mean by nabatay players?
I guess if walay players, sir, we can proceed na lang to end this activity or kanang work assignment na lang nila, sir. And then since this is our second day of our 4 days webinar, we will announce the winner na lang on the next session na lang, sir. Ana na lang.
Sige, ma'am.
Atong sa Code Combat po, sir.
Sa regarding sa Code Combat.
Yes.
Code Combat, since it has different levels kasi, maybe pwede na siguro as an assignment kasi medyo matagal-tagal noon. It's for them to learn basic programming, they have to finish all of the stages. So siguro I think ang time natin ngayon is not enough, is not suitable.
Yes. Okay.
To finish all of those stages. Okay? So I guess since I already given the code and the class code for them to try the basic programming, so para makapasok sila sa game.
That's right, sir. So We are still on a second day naman po sa atong webinar series for the 4 days. We still have Fridays and Saturdays for that. So we can announce the winners po or the winner for that game later on na lang po. Thank you so much for clarifying that one, Sir Aliling. Any questions? So I think wala tayo questions today, no? I think klaro gihapon, klaro kaayo what's the difference between these courses, CPE, computer engineering, the electronics, and also the computer programming and others as well. So that's very elaborative. Thank you so much for presenting that one, Mr. Dex. And so wala tayo questions pa ba? Last call for our questions. Okay, from Mr. Alejandro Soriano to everyone, thanks for the opportunity to learn more today. Thank you for our dearest speakers, especially to College of Engineering and Technology for sharing their knowledge with us. This is not the end pa ha, so we still have the third day and fourth day. That will be tomorrow and Saturday. Same time, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Especially, mag-present gihapon ang speakers from the College of Engineering and Technology. All right, follow up with evaluation link for the session. Yes, we will send the link in the chat box today. So that you can evaluate us regarding today's topic, today's series. Attendance din po, yes. We will also disseminate certificates po from day 1 until present. Kung present po kayo with those days, we will send you the e-certificate. So kindly check na lang your emails. If not today, later on, or dili siya maabtan po next week. Sa atong chat box, kindly check na atay Google form. I think this is for the evaluation link. So please click and submit your evaluation now. I guess wala tayo questions. Any clarifications? Thank you very much to our speakers for giving off their insights, questions, and recommendations, as well as to our participants for active and full cooperation. All right, so here at Holy Cross of Davao College, we value everyone's efforts and commitment and nurture it through perfect blend of the traditional as well as contemporary ways and means for the comprehensive development of their individuality. This ensures that the community is benefited with the well-equipped, selfless servant leaders who can significantly contribute to the society. Ma'am, paano po yung day 1 to day 2 po? Kasi na-disconnect po kami, di kami nakapag-evaluate po. Alright, so we may call on Miss Crazy Daog for that. Ma'am, can they still send their evaluation link from the day 1 and day 2? Please check the chat box na atay evaluation link for the Google form for the evaluation link. Kindly email us na lang crosstv@hcdc.edu.ph and please refer your concern kung unsa na days na wala pa mo naka-evaluation for you to be recognized and to be answered on. All right? So again, thank you so much to our speakers and participants for today. Again, please email us at crosstv@hcdc.edu.ph for your questions and concerns po, especially to our evaluation links. All right, so at this juncture, may we call on for the closing remarks, Engineer Rusty Kizo. He is our full-time faculty member from the College of Engineering and Technology for his closing remarks. Sir Rusty, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Ma'am.
Yes, loud and clear, sir. Can you hear? Everybody can hear naman po sa participants nato. Go ahead, sir.
So on behalf of the College of Engineering and Technology Department, as well as specifically the Bachelor of Science and Computer Engineering Department, we would like to thank everyone who attended for today's webinar. And hinaot unta nga daghan mo datun-an sa mga gi-present karon, and that you have enjoyed the activity while learning Python. And I hope it's sparks your interest and curiosity to discover and to learn more about the BSCPE program. And unta na mainganyo mo and ma-encourage mo to take up engineering, specifically the BSCPE. And after the presentation that was discussed, I hope nga na-clear up sa inyo ang everything about the BSCPE program and the course itself. And through this, I hope na ma-clear, or if dili man ma-clear up, ma-lessen man na nato ang stigma nga pag-engineering lisod or pag-engineering is puro math, makasunggo. I hope na at least na lesson man lang nato na siya ng stigma because mostly mahadlok ang mga students na mukuha ang engineering because of kato lagi na lisod siya, puro math, makasunggo, and it would take you more than 5 years to 4 years rather to finish, but in reality tanang siguro course lisod. However, the hardships nga imong ma-encounter sa engineering is very fruitful in the end because the industry that we are working is very on rise as of the moment because of the technological advancements na naakaron or nahitabo nato sa ato karon. So I encourage all na to take up Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering and be a part of our family and our community. Okay, so with that, again, good morning and thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much, Engineer Rusty John Kizo, our full-time faculty member from the College of Engineering and Technology. Again, this is not the end of our webinar series. We still have tomorrow and Saturday coming from the College of Engineering and Technology. And also by next week, another webinar episode na punta. So please join and please refer your friends, especially to those senior high school graduates who would like to enroll in our institution. Please feel free to invite, and the more the merrier, youth. All right. So thank you so much again. So that wraps up our very first HCDC webinar series, day 2 of 4 from the College of Engineering and Technology. Thank you very much for your active participation in today's second day session. We appreciate you taking time off your busy schedules to join us today. Again, it's been my pleasure to be your host today and to the rest of the webinar series. I am Jemima Kagoko, your Alumni Affairs Assistant. Together with me is our Promotions Assistant, Marketing Assistant as well, Miss Crazy Joyce Daog Daog from the Center for Social Communications Alumni and Linkages. Greeting you all. Have a good day. Keep safe, everyone, and arise. Hail, Holy Cross. See you again tomorrow, guys.
We are made to be up. We are made to be the one. It's always been like this since 1951. We are made together as one. We are made to be on top. We are made to be the one. There's no one else like this since 1951, but only HCDC. Only
Holy Cross of Davao College provides wider opportunities and excellent services to all students, especially the less fortunate, in order to enhance their capabilities and talents and improve their quality of life. We share the Catholic faith in the spirit of communion in order to cultivate peace-loving attitude, mentality, and behavior that promote unity. We deliver high-quality instruction, engage in meaningful community extension services, and publish world-class researches animated by the passion for truth and service. This is Holy Cross of Davao College. The Holy Cross of Davao College is pleased to announce its academic offering. Crossing over to college or graduate school, the HCDC Higher Education Department offers a variety of degrees and certificate programs under different academic units. In the School of Business and Management Education, there are 6 degree programs being offered: Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Business Economics, Financial Management, Human Resource Development and Management, and Marketing Management. Bachelor of Science in Customs Administration, and Bachelor of Science in Real Estate Management. In the School of Teacher Education, there are 5 degree programs being offered: Bachelor of Elementary Education, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, Filipino, Science, Values Education with Catechetics, Mathematics, and Social Studies, Bachelor of Physical Education, major in School Physical Education, Bachelor of Early Childhood Education, and Bachelor of Special Needs Education. In the College of Criminal Justice Education, there's 1 degree program being offered: Bachelor of Science in Criminology. In the College of Engineering and Technology, there are 4 degree programs being offered: Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, and Bachelor of Library in Information Science. In the College of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communication, there are 3 programs being offered: Bachelor of Arts, major in Economics, English, Filipino, History, Communication, and Political Science, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Bachelor of Science in Social Work. In the College of Maritime Education, there is 1 degree program being offered: Bachelor of Science in Marine Transportation. In the College of Hospitality and Tourism Management Education, there are 2 degree programs being offered: Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management and Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. The graduate school offers the following programs: Doctor of Philosophy, major in Educational Management, Doctor of Education, major in Educational Management, Master of Arts in Education, major in Early Childhood Education, Educational Management, English Language Teaching, Teaching Filipino, Guidance and Counseling, Teaching Physical Education, Special Education, Teaching General Sciences, Teaching Mathematics, and Teaching Social Studies, Master of Science in Economics, Master in Management. True to its social responsibility by providing affordable and quality Catholic education to all, especially the less fortunate, HCDC provides scholarship programs based on academic performance, proficiency, financial need, and other criteria. These scholarship programs are categorized into internal and external, the former pertaining to those solely funded by the school, like the Student Assistantship Scholarship Program, while the latter pertaining to those entirely funded by the external institutions, agencies, or private individuals.